Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to edit a page. So when you log in, you'll be presented with your dashboard. You'll come over and hover over pages, click on it. Then here are all the pages that you've got on your website. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the front page. So as you can see, it says Jumelle front page. So now you know that is your dedicated front page for your website. So all we'll do is we'll hover over it and click edit with Elementor. The loading time of this page builder all depends on the speed of your internet. Okay, so as you can see, it's loaded up here. On your left hand side, in the left hand column, these are all the different widgets that we can use on your website. Okay, so now these widgets were used to build your website. So to give you a rundown, this is your header, your banner, effectively the first thing that people see. Welcome to Jumelle. There's your write up, your button, an image, another heading and a button. Okay, and we can scroll down and view more. So what we do is to edit these, what we're going to do is we've got two ways of editing the wording. We can either click here, as you can see, we can start writing hello. Or what we can do is if we click on it again, on the left hand side in the widget column, you can see welcome to Jumelle here, and we can just go hello, and as you can see, hello appears automatically. So now to change the color of these headings and the wording, it's all basically the same thing. You've got your content, your style, and your advanced. Your advanced you're not really going to worry too much about. Where you're going to be focusing more on is your content and your style. So now let's say, for example, we want to make this a bit blacker. So what we'll do is we'll click on text color, and for this video I'm just going to click copy. You can either put in the code if you know the code. So if you find a code off Google, you can paste it in, which is like that, or you can drag and drop. So you've got a little, okay, so that's how you change the color. Just put that back there. If you wanted to change the font, you'll go to typography, you'll click on the little pencil, and as you can see, there is your font. Well, here, all of these are Google fonts. If you can't find them, if you can't find the font you want in, you might have to Google that font as a Google replacement, and then it will be here. If we wanted to change the size of it, there we go. We can just go up and down, or you can move it with a slider. Put it back to 35. If we need to go to weight, your weights, because it's a heading widget that we're editing, you'll have to go, you have to do it like this. As you can see, it goes bolder. If we go 100, it goes thinner. Okay. Style is normal, or we can go like that. So we're just going to keep those on normal. Default, sorry. Line height only really works when you've got two lines, but your letter spacing, as you can see, maybe like that or like that. It's entirely however you want it. Okay, so that is how you'd edit your font for your title. So if we scroll down and go into text editor, as you can see here, it looks very similar to a Word document. We've got the bold and all the same functions that a Word document has. And as you can see, it changes it there for you. Okay, you can put the whole thing in the center or like this. See? Okay, so that's it. If you come to style again, there's your text color. I'm just going to copy this, and you can change the text to anything you want. Again, typography, click here. You can change the font. You can change the text size if you want in it. If you want the weight is the boldness of it, as you can see there. Okay, and same thing applies here. So line height, we couldn't obviously show you on the welcome because it was only, line height is your spacing, how you want it. So you can have it like that, or a bit closer, or you can have it a lot wider. Okay, your letter spacing is how far it is. Your word spacing is in the space between each word. So you can play around and customize it any way you want. Your button here, click on your button, there's the link. So if you want to put it to a different page, you would go into the front end in another tab, and you would click on contact us, and then you would just copy the link and paste it in. There's your view our range of dresses, and as you can see it appears there. Okay, we can make on the left, in the center, on the right, or go justified, which is all the way across. And the type could be extra large, as you can see there. We just had it on small. Looking neat. Icon spacing, we don't really have an icon, so we haven't enabled those, so we don't need to worry about that. To come to the styling again, as you can see, it looks very similar to the other text widgets. You go to the style. Now the difference is you got a box. So now we've got a button. So where it says text on the other one, you will have, it will say button. So here, typography, there you go there. Same thing as the last one. Oh, sorry. Come to text here. If we want to change the color of the text, as you can see, if you look there, it's changing. Then the background color. We can choose the background color. Then we got hover. So as you can see, what I did for hover is I changed the text to the background that's currently. So when we hover over, you see they basically change. And then I added an animation to grow. So if we want to go push, for example, see like that, we can go bounce in. See? So you can really customize it. The more animation you got, it does load extra code in for it. So the grow's the one with the least code in. So that's why I stick with the grow quite a lot. So now your border style, we've got a solid. So the border style is when you hover over, you see this line here. If we want to make it thicker, we'll increase it. And as you can see, it's thicker. The border's thicker now. I don't personally like that. So that's why I have it on 1. Your radius is, if you watch the corners of the button now, see they start going round. Okay, so that is your radius there. So your padding is also, if you want to make the button a bit bigger, see like that. Or if you want to, if you click here, you see now you've got range to make it any way you want. Really, you can make that 8, as you can see. But you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so that's how you'd edit this section. Now when you come down, you see now this is just an image that we selected. And there is the image there, and we just went insert. Now again, we can position it. Obviously the bigger the image, you won't really see it because it will fill the container. Okay, we go to style. Here you can, if the image comes across a bit big and you're not really a fan of it, so what you do is you just change the height like this. Like that. Now if we go back to content, you can see now we've got space to change it. Okay. And your max width and your height. See, we don't really want it like that. We want it set like this. So now we can go hover over if we wanted, but we don't really need that. As you can see there, you can do a hover over. But because it's not going anywhere and it's just a standalone image, we don't really need it. So that's why we never put one there. So now as you can see, this section here, the shift dresses, it's the same heading as this one here. It's just a little bit bigger. And then the order now. Now what I did was, before I started this video, I actually made a change because I wanted you to see. So as you can see, I've rounded off the top left and the bottom right corners. So to get that, we would click on it to go style, and we would come down to our border radius. So now, the way I would normally do is I tick that. As you can see, everything goes round, and we just delete the one icon. And that's how you'd edit it. So now with this here, we've got a row. So you see here, so all of them have rows. As you can see, this little function on little blue dial here. So as you come to this row, if you click on it, you've got the layout. You've got the, not really going to affect us but you can play around with that. Your box style, not really going to affect us because it's only one sentence. If we go to style, you'll see there is your background. So now, if we wanted to, we could change it to whatever we want. Okay, so that's how you change your background. If you wanted an image, you would just select the image here, and let's just put one in, and we'll just select this image here. As you can see, here's your image. Now we don't want to repeat it, so we go no repeat, as you can see. Then we go position, we want center, as you can see there. And then the sizing, we would want to make it cover. Now as you can see, it fills now. Okay, so now we go to layout, okay, and your min height. So what we can do is we can increase that. Now can you see we're able to see it more. So now if we go back to your editing the image, we can only see the waist. So now let's make this show top center. There you go. Now on top of that, what we can do is that we're able to make it be a scroll effect. So if we go attachment, we go scroll, as you can see here, it will scroll with the page. However, if we go fixed, you see now we've got the image, so you can see the full image as the user scrolls. Okay, so that's how you'd add an image to a background. We'll just delete the image. We'll come back here. 117, there we go. So that's how you'd edit this. Now this section here is what we call products. So now these products, we can't actually edit these products here. In the previous videos, I showed you how to edit a product and add a product. When you edit a product, if you change it to 350 Rand, this section here will be updated automatically. So this section is basically pulling the products that are on your website. So now if we wanted to, when you add more products, you see we've got 2 rows here. So if you add another 3 products, the other 3 products are going to go underneath here. Okay, if you wanted to make it 4, another product, you see as it works. So if I go like that, there you go. You see now they're bigger because now it has to fit 2 products in 2 columns. So the more columns you got, the neater the products look. So if you have one more dress, I would increase this to 4. Then they're all in one line. Otherwise, you're going to go 2, 2, and it's going to be very, very large. Okay, so that's how you'd edit this section of the row here. Let's say, for example, you want to add something completely new to the website. At the very bottom of every page that you edit with Elementor, you'll find this section here. So we've got 2 options. We can click on the plus, which will allow us to give us our rows. Okay, they've got some standard rows. The rows that we normally work with are the two columns, and then if need be, we can just move it like this, however we need the row to look once we're busy designing it. Okay, so, or you can, if you click on the folder here, you'll see Elementor comes with a whole pile of pre-made templates. Now, as you can see, there's some that say Pro next to it in the corner here. Now, Elementor Pro is activated on your website with all the updates. So if you wanted to use any of these templates, if you wanted to click and just go insert, Elementor will ask you to create an account with them. Once you've created the account, you'll be able to use these templates as you wish. All right. Or you can go blocks. Now the blocks I use the blocks quite a lot, as you can see, it's categories. So if we're to go, let's just go to About Us, for example. These are all the standard ones, and we just click insert. And what you'll see is it will actually insert that row as is. So now you've already got like a pre-made section, and then you just go and change the background of the image. I mean the background color. You see like that. So that's how you can use some pre-designs if you struggling with a bit of design ideas. All right. Now let's say, for example, you made all these changes and you go, oh, I actually don't like it. How you do it is how you get out of it is you click this little menu button, right, and go exit to dashboard, and as you can see, it will say leave. That's all you do. You don't have to do anything. It won't publish it on the front page. It won't do anything. Okay, so we just click leave. Then it will take you to the back end of that page. Now it's going to look very similar to the product page effectively, but now because we're using Elementor, you can't actually edit anything here. So you just to either click on edit with Elementor will take you back to that page, or if you wanted to go back to your dashboard, you would just click the little WordPress logo at the top here, and there you go. So that is how you edit a page. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to just edit an order that's been made.